If A, B, and C are prime numbers, the question states that such that A plus B plus C plus A into B into C is equal to 119. The question says, what is the value of A into B into C, right? Okay, so
Yes, that was.
I will say I'm least concerned with the answer. I'm concerned with the approach you are using. Okay, so how do you solve this question?
Okay, I have used 4 criteria. Suppose even plus even, like that. I tried 4 conditions or 4 combination.
So
Listen.
it's like there are 4 quantities, right? A, B, C, and ABC.
Yes.
Okay. If A, B, C, three of them, all of them are odd, then the sum of A plus B plus C plus ABC must be even, because there are 4 odd numbers.
Yes, so basically there are 4 quantities, A, B, C, A, B, C.
Yeah.
So all of you has done using this approach?
No, I have used only the 3 criteria, A, B, C.
Okay.
First I solved for ABC and A cross B cross C. Then I combine together.
Yes, I'm saying so. Okay, so let's consider a case. In first case, if we suppose that all of these are odd, right? In other case, if we suppose only one is odd, only one is even. Now, which we discussed earlier yesterday that if any one quantity is even, all the product will be even, right? So this will be even. Third one was if one is odd, 2 are even. So this is also even. And fourth one was if all of these are even, right? And we are actually adding these. Okay. In first case, all of these are odd. Odd plus odd is even, right? And this odd plus odd is even. We are left with even and even. The result is again even, but our result is odd. So this is not possible case, right? Now the last one, see all of these are even. So definitely result will again be even. Right? So this is not even possible. Now let's move to the second. Both of these are even. So result is even. If anyone is still confused, please ask me. If both of these are odd, the result is even. Now we have even plus even. The result is again even. So this is again not possible. So the only possible case is this. We have 3 even, whose result will be even, and 1 is odd. So even plus odd is equal to even, right? So we have, yes, sorry, my fault. So we have 2 even and 1 odd. Now the question is that A plus B plus C plus A into B into C is equal to 119. Actually, in prime number, we have only 1 even integer, that is 2, and rest all are odd. For time being, let's consider A and B are even. 2 plus 2, and using this way, we'll find C. C plus 2 into 2 into C is equal to 119. Please mute yourself. Otherwise, I will do that. Okay, let me mute first. Okay. So this will be 4 plus 5C is equal to 119. So 5C is equal to 115 and C is 23, right? Now A is 2, B is 2, and C is 23. Now straightforward multiply these. 4 into 23. This came out to be 92, right? So all of you got this?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Perfect. So no confusion in this, right? Okay. So today we will discuss a bit about the factors and multiples. Anyone of you know about the factors and multiples?
Yes.
One term is factor or divisor. This is one and same thing. And other term is multiple. Can anyone of you tell difference between these two?
Factor can't be greater than the number, but multiple always is equal or greater than that number.
Anyone else?
Sorry.
Is all the numbers that divide a number are factors, and a number that is divisible by a number is called a multiple.
Okay.
Factors means, like example, factors of 6 are 1, 6, 2, 3. Then multiples of 6 means 6, 12, 18, like that.
Okay. So if the condition is that if x is a multiple of y, for time being, first consider the factor, right? If x is a factor of y, this means we are multiplying with some integer value to x, and in result we are getting y, right? Y, x is a factor of y, and we are multiplying with some integer value. This could be 1, this could be any value but integer value. We can also think in this way that if we divide y by x, the remainder is 0. Let me give you an example. If I say 2 is a factor of 4, this means I'm multiplying 2 with some other integer to get a value 4. So 4 is a multiple of 2 and 2 is a factor of 4, right?
Yes. Right.
Can you repeat?
I'm saying that if you have 2 and you have 4, right? 2 is a factor of 4, but 4 is a multiple of 2. We are actually multiplying 2 with some integer value. For time being, let's call this k, and as a result we get 4. There could be a condition that 2 is a factor of 2 as well as 2 is a multiple of 2, because we are multiplying 2 with a 1. Getting my point? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
There are some properties or some facts regarding the multiples and factor. First one is 1 is a factor of every number. This means, let's suppose if any number is x, we multiply that in one, result is also x. So 1 is a factor of every number. The next point is 0 is a multiple of every number. If you multiply 0 with any number, the result is again 0, right? That's why 0 is a multiple of every number. Okay. The third property is very interesting. Let's suppose we have a and b, two integers, and if a is a factor, let me call it, a is a factor of b, and a is also a factor of, let's consider 3, c as well, a is also a factor of c. This means there could be a way that a is also a factor of b plus c, right? The condition is if a is a factor of b and a is also a factor of b, also a factor of c, then a must also be a factor of b plus c. For example, let's suppose a is 2 and b is 4, c is let's consider 6, right? And b plus c will be 10. So a is factor of b, right? A is also a factor of c, right? And if we add b and c, A is also a factor of B plus C. Everyone is with me?
Yes, we agree.
Okay, so this one is interesting property. Next one is there is a use of these in questions, so please make yourself clear. Okay, next one is if A is a factor of B and B is a factor of C, then A must be a factor of C. For example, we have A, B, and C. A is a factor of B, let's call B as 4, and B is a factor of C, let's call C as 8, right? So A is a factor of B, B is a factor of C, so A is also a factor of C, right?
Yes.
Okay. Next one is if A and B are multiple of C, then A plus B and A minus B are also a multiple of C. Okay, for example, A is 6, B is 12, and C is 3. So A is a multiple of C, right? B is also a multiple of C. So if we add A and B, this is 18, and if we subtract these, this is minus 6, right? So both of these are also a multiple of C. Everyone is getting my point? And now using multiple and factor system, right?
Yes, got you.
Yes, got it.
Perfect. And again, in this situation, if A and B are multiple of C, then A into B is also a multiple of C. For example, again, using same condition, A is 6, B is 12, and C is 3. So in this case, AB is equal to 72 is also a multiple of C, right? Okay, so one more property, that if A is a factor of B, then A must also be a factor of let's suppose XB, and where X is integer. The condition is that if A is a factor of B, so if we multiply B with any integer, again A will be a factor of that number. For example, if A is 2, and B is 4, if we multiply B with minus 2, and let's suppose we call X is minus 2, so XB is minus 8, right? So again, in this case, A is a factor of B, right?
Can you repeat?
I'm saying that if A is a factor of B, right? Now, if I multiply B with any number, specifically integer, any integer, so this become multiplying 4 with minus 2, the value become minus 8, right? So 2 is also a factor of minus 8. But remember, this must be integer. If I multiply this with a fraction value, the A will not, in that case, A will not be a factor of XB, right? We will use this in the question, then you will understand that what exactly this property is used for. Okay, the first question is very simple question. The question is that X and X plus 2 are factors of y. So quantity A is x into x plus 2, and quantity B is y. X and x plus 2 are factor of y. The quantity A is x into x plus 2, and quantity B is y. Solve this question.
Equal.
Anyone else?
Can't be said.
Okay.
Not enough.
Anyone else? Just take 1 more minute and try to solve this question.
Equal.
C equal.
So we have multiple answers, C and D. The answer to this question is D. Okay. So the question is saying that x and x plus 2 are factor of y. Okay, let's take two cases. Let's suppose x is 2. So x plus 2 will be 4. And let's consider y as 12. So x is a factor of 12, right? And x plus 2 is also a factor of 12. So quantity A is x into x plus 2, which is 2 into 4, that is 8. And quantity B here is 12. So in that case, B is greater, right? Now let's consider another case. For example, if x is 4 and x plus 2 is 6, and if I consider y as 24, x is a factor of y, x plus 2 is also a factor of y. Now if I consider same x into x plus 2, this is 4 into 6 into 24, and y is also 24. So in this case, the answer is C. So we have multiple answers. That's why the answer is D. Right?
Yes. Got you.
Yes.
We will have one complete session on what are the good strategies while dealing with the quantity comparison question. There are multiple strategies, but remember, while dealing with quantity comparison question, at first you should keep in mind that you should try to prove the answer is D, and if it is not possible, then move to the A, B, or C. But never pre-assume that the answer is A, answer is B, answer is C. In most of the cases, the answer is D in exam. But there is no hard and fast rule. You need to check cases. Okay. Shall I move forward?
Yes, we shall.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So this question is very
Is
interesting.
there any other method to check the answer without applying all these numbers, like
No, you
all
have to
such
check
quantities
cases.
like 2, 4, 8?
In this
Like in
scenario,
the test, we don't push time.
yes. Can I repeat your question?
I'm asking that is there any other method to check the answer or the guess the answer? Like in the test, you don't have the time to guess all the numbers like 2, 4 and applying all the numbers for x.
Okay. It depends from question to question. In this question, you have to check several cases, but they are. We will discuss this while having a separate session for quantity comparison. In some cases, this is just based on intuition, but in some cases, you have to check cases. Let me give you an example first. There is a matching strategy, which is not possible in this question, but there's a strategy that if we have two quantities, right? Quantity A and quantity B, and you have, let's suppose, some sort of equation in this. This is x square plus 4x plus 6. This is x cube plus 2x plus 5, whatever this. Consider these as the two sides of inequality. We don't know what is the sign in between, but you consider as the two sides of equalities. You can perform same operation on both sides. In that case, first simplified both, and once you are simplified, let's suppose if this is also x square, this will be cancelled out. And if we subtract 2x from both sides, this is 2x, this is 2x. And if I subtract 6 from both sides, this is -1. Now it is easy to guess based on a scenario what is provided. This is just one strategy. There are multiple strategies, and we will discuss this, right?
Yes.
Did you get your answer?
Yes. The answer is D.
Yes, I got it.
Okay. Now the question is very interesting question, and you have to think to solve this question. The question is, okay, which of the following could be a factor of both 2x plus 1, this is 1, and 4x minus 50, where x is an integer. T. Two, three. Try to solve this question. You have 2 minutes to solve this question. This is a very interesting question. Just solve this question. Just use a concept which we have discussed earlier. There are multiple ways to solve this, but try to use a concept which we discussed earlier.
B.
Take your time and solve this. There is no need to hurry. Anyone who is able to solve this question?
I think it's B.
What?
I think it's
Yes, yes. Try. One has said that the answer is E. Anyone else? Or shall I explain this question? Anyone is still trying?
Yes. Hi.
Yes, trying.
Just keep trying. You have one
Yeah.
more minute.
For the first,
Not more than that.
Can
Yes.
for the first case, 2x plus 1
is it
is always an
D13?
odd number. 4x minus 15 is always an even number.
Listen,
But
take your time. We will discuss later. First, some of you are still solving, so take your time. Only one more minute.
I think it's C.
It's D13.
Okay, let's discuss this question first. What is actually asked in the question? The question is saying that which of the following could be a factor of both? First thing, factor of both 2x plus 1 and 4x minus 50. We have 2x plus 1 and 4x minus 50, right? One way is just assuming some values x as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and check whether at what value they are having the same factor. But that is very much time consuming approach. Never go for that approach. If you remember, we have discussed certain facts and properties of the factors in multiple earlier, right? Okay. So one is 2x plus 1 and one is 4x minus 50. And the question was, which of the following could be a factor of both? Let's suppose we have A is a factor of this as well, and A is a factor of this as well, right? Now the point is, we discussed one thing earlier, that if A is a factor of B, then A will be also a factor of XB, keeping in mind that X is an integer value, right? Now, if we do this way, that
So 2x plus 1 into 2 minus 4x minus 50.
yes, there are multiple ways. If I multiply this with minus 2, let's suppose if I call this as C and if I call this as B. So A is a factor of C and A is also will also be a factor of minus 2C. So minus 2C is minus 4x minus 1, right? Okay. Now, if A is a factor of B, A is a factor of minus 2C, then A will be also a factor of B plus minus 2C, right? Anyone is with me?
can you repeat for the earlier question? A implies 2 minus 2 into C. How it happens?
Minus 4x minus 2.
No, the previous line.
Listen, let me.
That's one.
We have 2x plus 1 and we have 4x minus 50, right? And if I'm asking, let's suppose this is B and let's suppose this is C, and we have A is a factor of both, right? Everything is clear till now?
Yes, I got you.
Now, I told you property earlier that let's suppose if we have number x is a factor of y, then x will also be a factor of zy, keeping in mind that z is an integer, right? This is what we discussed earlier.
Yes.
Now, if A is a factor of B, then A must also be a factor of minus 2B. Yes or no? Because minus
Yes.
2 is integer.
Minus 2 is an integer.
Yes,
So
yes.
in our case, B is 2x plus 1. So A is also a factor of, if we multiply this with minus 2, factor of minus 4x minus 4x and minus 2, right? A is a factor of this, and A is also a factor of C, which is 4x minus 50. Now we discussed one thing earlier, that let's suppose if x is a factor of y, x is a factor of z, then x will also be a factor of y plus z, right? Using same, a will also be a factor of minus 4x minus 2 plus 4x minus 50. So a will be a factor of, this will cancel out, minus 52, right?
13.
Now see in the question, we have minus 52. So minus 52 is visible which of the following?
13. D.
D.
13.
Anyone of you may think that y2 is not a possible answer because we have one term which is odd, right? That's why. Everything is clear till now. So try to use these properties. Other approach is by using some values for x and checking, but that will be too much time consuming. So try to make use of the properties.
I got the answer by just substituting the values, like for x as 2.
Yes, I got
I
your
mean,
point, but listen. Can you tell how much time you give to solve this question if you start putting the values of x in this? This is way more than 2 minutes. In exam, to be honest, there is not any question that can be solved in more than 1.5 minutes. If you are taking more than 1.5 minutes, you are literally moving in wrong direction. The question are designed to be solved in 1.5 minutes. If that is not the case, you are just missing some clue out of that. Okay, so now this question is a bit difficult. Oh yes, sorry. Again, the session is about to end because of the limitation of Zoom. And if anyone wants to continue, again, join this session. The link. Thank you.